Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Tunes, and today, as the title and thumbnail clearly suggests, we are going to be looking at OFC stereotypes in this video. This has been kind of a recommended one to me for a couple of months now, and I kind of just held off on it. But we're going to rank the best and worst stereotypes in object shows and how they hold up, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? How they look like. We're gonna get started off with the nice characters. My personal opinion, nice characters are hit or miss. Typical nice leafy characters that are just like there to be nice are kind of boring. Well, a lot of the OSC characters in this stereotype realm do tend to be boring because no shit, why would they be called stereotypes if they weren't boring? But I personally think nice characters are a hit or miss for me, because if they're just overly nice and they're just there to be nice and they don't have any sort of flaws, then they are an easy like C to D tier. Honestly, I put them in C tier just because, like, if they have like actual, like, for example, who is a nice character, I would say I'm in from Object Things. They are very nice and kind, but they also can have funny moments where they're just silly and stupid and 6'7". Mean characters. Now, I personally like mean characters a little bit more than nice characters sometimes. If they're just stupidly mean to the point where, like, okay, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one, but Pencil. But any episode like where Pencil is just like, oh my god, everyone hates me, and I'm just like TPOT 15, for example, I fucking hated her in that episode. I'll be dead honest. I have to put mean characters in like a B to an A tier. If we're talking Pencil type of mean, definitely a B tier, but I'm gonna put it at A because they're funny as hell. Like, you can't even lie. Wimpy characters, okay, if they have like some sort of character development, it's like, it goes both ways, honestly, in my opinion. They're both, I mean, they're kind of annoying at the start, but then you got, oh, they're just my little baby. But gotta put them in C tier, man. Pity characters. I think these characters, what this person who went to tier list means, people like Balloon and Suitcase, who are just made to get empathy. I personally don't see anything wrong with this. In my opinion, as long as it's done right and it's not just all about them, I definitely see this being maybe C tier, because if the writers are trying to objectively make that character like the saddest character in the entire series, I have a cold. I'm a little sick, so don't worry about my voice. If the writers are mainly prioritizing them when it comes to like their angst and shit, obviously it's not the best thing in the world, so I'm just gonna put them at C tier. They are pretty fun to watch though, when like the climax is happening and you can see how they've overcome all their struggles. Cute characters. I think this is going to be our first. Should it be an S or A tier? I'm gonna say A tier in my opinion. Yeah, slightly worse than mean characters. I like mean characters a little bit more than the cute ones. The cute ones, rather, like, for example, W from My Object Show, FFP, is just a character that is just cute, but also has stuff planned for them, is all I can say. Meme characters. I do not like meme characters in an object show. I cannot watch an object show that is just, like, completely joke. I don't like those type of shows. Me personally, I'm gonna put them in D tier. Now, don't get me wrong, it could definitely work in a joke show that actually has the delivery and punchline. But for my personal opinion, in object shows that I watch, I don't like joke characters. Unless they're like, I don't know, I just don't like joke characters. I don't like joke shows, really. Joke characters, this is slightly different than meme characters. Now, with meme characters, they're just something straight pulled out of a game, a web series, or another type of shit. But joke characters are just characters that, like, don't have any, like, they're like the punchline. They're like a little running gag. And to that, I actually kind of like. I'm going to put it in, actually, A tier. Because Imagine, fun fact, is actually kind of a joke character. But he actually has attributes to the series. Normal characters. I'm gonna put them like in like a B tier, honestly. Maybe like a C tier, slightly better than the Wimpy characters, just because I personally think I just don't really feel anything when it comes to normal characters that much. It depends on where we're classified as a normal character. If it's just a character that doesn't really have any attributes to the plot, but it's still fun to watch, I put them in C tier into these characters. Like, I want to be attached to the characters. I don't like characters that I just watch and then I forget everything they did that episode. That's something I'm working on too. So to wrap that one up, yeah, normal characters, they just go in C tier for me because I don't really have that much of an attachment with them. Partner characters. Now, depending on which type one, I think honestly they could be like A tier or maybe S tier, honestly, because they're just funny. They're just funny. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put mean characters in S tier too. If we're talking like imagining where they actually interact with the show, but they're just a joke character, I like running gags. It just feels nostalgic and like cool. Lazy characters. I'm gonna put lazy characters in C tier. Now that's gonna be a hot take. People will usually put them in D or F, but I personally put them in the obvious like tier that is just meh. I don't really give a shit about them. I have a lazy character. Well, he's not really lazy, but he's a stereotypical lazy attribute to the show. Well, he's Ice Chest, obviously. His name is Ice Chest. And I personally think while he does resemble a lazy character, he definitely does a lot for his team later on, which we'll see. Sad characters. Now, if they're just there to be sad, they're obviously going to be an F tier. But if they're like actually have a reason for it, I'll put them in like D tier. Characters that are just there to be depressing and like Negative Nancy. I don't like negative Nancy's in general, bruh. Pet peeve. And for egotistical characters, we're gonna end off with A tier. I love egotistical characters. I'm personally very high and mighty when it comes to stuff that I like. So a lot of these egotistical characters I can actually get behind because they're generally just funny to watch and they actually have reasons behind why they're so egotistical. So far, there's not a single F. There's not a single F. I don't personally hate any character trope or whatever you want to call it. But if you guys want me to make a video talking about the best and worst object show tropes, like relationship-wise or whatever you want to call it, let me know down in the comments, bro. I'll make that video. If you made it to the end of the video, please go watch my object show FFP. Just came out with the pilot and a new short coming out. Well, it already came out, but there's another one coming out too. So join our Discord server too for FFP. Check out all that stuff. And without said that, thank you guys for watching and tuning in. My name is Flytunes, and I have to tune out. This is the Reezer, Chromacopia, Slayer, me, Che, Osama, that's been everyone in the underground, and basically, I don't know, all my artists that I listen to. And stay neutral / be the best. Peace.